So if you're looking to promote your channel, whether you're just new to Twitch or you've been around for a while, I'll show you briefly then how to use the Stream Booster. So it enables you to get some views on your channel. It's about 100, 200 people when you've been promoted. So that's a good way. And an important note that it doesn't use bots. So I know a lot of people hate that, and and you don't want to get banned for it. So first of all, use the link in the description, and I'll also add it in the comments section as a pinned comment, and that'll give you a link to the site, which will give you 25,000, I think it is, bonus gold starting out. So that's a nice way to get yourself going. Now on the browser, you'll need to log in once you get there. If you've already got signed in on Twitch with your browser, that does make the thing a bit easier. So once you're in, first thing to do, go to the settings section and add in a few words about yourself. It can just be anything as long as it sort of makes some sense. You can copy one of your profile from somewhere else and save that. You may also want to change it to the dark version because I find that a little bit nicer to view. Now once you've actually got that setting approved, you can then come across to here and get your free gift of, which is between about I guess 500 to 1,500 when you're starting out on Twitch. And you can get that every 6 hours. Now you can only get that one once your description has actually been approved, and you can get that every 6 hours. So ideally early morning, one at lunchtime, one in the evening. However, while you are waiting for your description to be approved, you can come down here and get your free slot spins, and that gives you around about 1,000 to 2,000 gold once you've used that. Now you can see I've already used mine. So basically, yeah, it's kind of a slot machine. You can speed it up and click autoplay, and you get like 10 spins. So click on that, goes through, and you get a couple. And then depending on what you get as a result, like I said, you get a couple of thousand from that. Now, in terms of actually promoting yourself, because that's probably what you're here for, how this basically works is you actually bid on on your certain time slots. And I'll just mention this in terms of time slots. You can change what time zone you're in as well. So then when you come back to the channel promotion chart here, if you want to be promoted at 10 a.m. your time, for example, well, you can go to that 10 a.m. your time, so that actually makes sense. Now for the bid, you're probably going to be between at least 30 to 40,000. You can put 10,000, but most of the time someone else is going to bid higher. So just to give you an idea on how much you'll need. So that's some initial gold from you, from both from spin slots and from your gifts. The other way you earn gold, and you also earn XP as well from doing those two, which enables you to level up, which we'll come back to. And the other main one is watching the main channel. So that earns the most gold and also the most XP, and this is how you get promoted. So you earn gold by watching the main channel. How do you get promoted? By other people watching the main channel. So it's kind of helping each other out. And so for that one, now one thing to note, I'll come back to that in a moment to explain a bit more about that. So it's, yeah, that one, $31 per minute. But if you're watching it, you can leave it on, and I'll come back to explain how actually you can earn lots of gold that way as well. So the trick is, I find ideally what you want to do is have this in a separate browser, for example, when you're not using. There's a couple of different browsers out there. You can use the Brave browser, of course. I love probably not well, you can use Firefox, but was it Opera? Is Opera? Yeah, Opera. That's one you can use. The UR browser, that's another one I use. And the other one, so yes, on the V browser. Now I forgot, what was this one called again? It doesn't matter. Point is, yeah, the idea is while you're watching the stream, you could have that on if you've got two monitors, or just have it running in the background. Now, important to note that after about 20 minutes, it will come up with a message about earning gold to continue. So you'll need to click on that every once in a while to continue earning gold. Now, to note, you only earn golden experience while the main guy is actually streaming. So if he cuts out 5 minutes before, that'll stop. But I'd recommend just leave it on the main channel, the main promotion channel, because you earn the most experience that way, and you earn the most gold that way. Now, the main trick though, once you've actually earned enough experience by watching channels, by playing the mini games to get to level 3, is you can then come across here and actually get the profitable follows, as well as in the actual main stream. So basically, people pay you gold in order to actually follow them. Important to note, if you then unfollow them, you get a penalty of 25% of the gold. So yeah, you can't just follow someone and unfollow them. And there is a limit of, you can only follow 100 people. So with that in mind, don't just, probably not the best idea to just follow someone for 100 gold. Be patient and wait. I'd recommend getting the ones that at least say a couple of thousand, 5,000. You could drop it down initially, but yeah, I mean, 10,000 gold, that's a nice chunk for just one click and one follow. Now, once you do have 100,000 gold, I'd recommend, yeah, hold on to your initial gold and save it up rather than just promoting yourself once or twice. The reason is, once you have 100,000 gold, particularly when you're starting out, you can then go and sign up for the VIP club for 7 days. That boosts you up to level 40, which gives you a lot more gold earning, gives you a nice chunk of XP, which will probably push you up a level as well. And that'll increase your gold amount you earn. So you get that, so you earn a lot more gold both from watching a stream, you get a lot more gold from actually playing the free spins, and you get some regular spins as well, and you earn a lot more gold for your regular random gifts. So it actually ends up being, if you're actually watching it like I've got it just running in the background during the day, that pretty much earns you about 200,000 gold more. So yeah, you've spent 100,000 gold, but you're earning 200,000 back over that whole week. Probably a bit more than that actually. So it's an investment. So in addition to having it running in a background browser, another thing you can do is, if you've actually got a smartphone of some kind, as long as you've got access to like free Wi-Fi or unlimited Wi-Fi, or if you're on a plan that gives you a ridiculous amount, you can also just have that running on the phone. Now, important to note that, as I've mentioned, it does come up every about 20 minutes. There's a button you need to press that shows on the actual when you're watching a stream. I'll just show you where it normally comes up. So basically, it replaces the "you're earning gold" with "you need to press a button," saying it's a red button there. It's around about there saying continue to earn more gold, or continue earning gold. Was it? Let me bring it up and I'll show you it. But the way, particularly if you're using a smartphone, one thing you can do, it does cost 50,000 gold, but if you're watching it like 24 hours a day, you can spend 50,000 on that, and the continue on and gold button just doesn't show up for 7 days. So if you combine that with the VIP club, so that 200,000 is the way how much I earn extra from watching it from just leaving it running during the day in the background. So yeah, if you're watching it 24 hours a day, you're probably going to earn like 400,000. So good. That's a way you can definitely earn more. So again, be patient. You can get rewards for being patient. So being patient to earn that 100,000 initially, and also saving up and being patient to get that level 3. So you can then, because you can jump then from like, yeah, having 70,000 to just jump straight into having like, yeah, 200,000, something like that. And also to note, in addition to the follows there, when you're actually watching a channel, you can also look at seeing if they are actually, well, I've got this one guy followed, for example, but yeah, you can check to see if the Prime guy actually has a reward for watching it, and it'll show you how much when you click on it. So again, probably want to do wait till at least 5,000. So then as I mentioned, once you have all your lovely gold signed up and saved, then you can go put a bid in for a particular one. If you're not actually having a special event, it's probably good not to spend too much on it, because again, be patient with that. You can have the option, if you're going to be streaming for multiple hours, going for bidding on both time slots. And when you're on the VIP mode as well, you also have an upgrade where if it's not during auction week, you can also just reserve a spot, and it costs like, I think it's 15,000. Let me bring it up, see if it shows it. 15,000, 30,000, something like that. Let me just access that. Here we are, yeah. So if you're reserving a spot and it's not during the week of auctions, it's half price for the VIP reserve. So 12,000 for the first slot, 37,000 which is still, as I've mentioned, costs usually about 30 to 40, 50,000 depending on how much people are wanting it. So yeah, it's a good way of also getting a couple of time slots. And if you got someone big as putting down 100,000, yeah, probably just wait until it's a bit calmer. and if you, depending on what particular days you're doing during the week. But yes, if you know you've been on Twitch and you're down the bottom of the whole list, all the way down the bottom, we've got like 1 or 0 viewers. Well, yeah, this is a great way of pushing you up those charts, particularly if you're playing one of the more obscure games. Twitch Strike is actually a good way of site that actually shows you where you can actually, what good games are having the most average per viewers. So that's a good way of getting that as well. So that's a way of efficiently earning gold, as I mentioned. So having it in another browser so it can run in the background. If you've got a smartphone, use that. And then don't bid a ridiculous amount so you can actually get your spot. And of course, you get my bonus gold as well from when you sign up. So I hope that helped you out, particularly whether you're a newbie at Twitch or you've been a veteran. So that's a good way you can promote yourself and do it for free, which is always a good thing. So you guys have a good day. Oh, and as mentioned, link will be in the description as well as the chat. And goodbye.